The title of episode 7 is Driftmark, but I guess another good title for this episode is The Hammurabi Code, An Eye for an Eye, or it can be How to Claim Your Dragon. Anyway, episode 7 begins at Driftmark, where the Velaryons, the Targaryens, and the Hightowers are peacefully united during the funeral of Helaena Velaryon. In this episode, there was a weird scene where Daemon laughed during the funeral. Of course, such behavior is disrespectful to the Velaryons, but what made Daemon laugh is actually unclear. Maybe this is just a coping mechanism of Daemon when he is deeply sorrowed. But if we examine the words of Vaemond leading to Daemon's giggles, it seems that Daemon is laughing at Vaemon's words while directly looking at Rhaenyra. Salt courses through Velaryon blood. Ours runs thick. Ours runs through. And ours must never thin. And Daemon was like, ha ha ha, the Velaryon blood must never thin? And here I am, looking at beautiful Rhaenyra with her sons from the Strongs. Again, your blood must never thin, but you don't have any blood on your next successor? This is hilarious. After the funeral, people gathered at the high-tide castle of the Velaryons. Here, we have Helaena saying random words. Despite the fact that she looks odd to Aegon, she was able to predict what will happen, making us think that she could be a dreamer or a person with prophetic abilities. Let's dissect Helena's words and how it fits with some of the events. Spool of green, spool of black, dragons of flesh weaving dragons of thread, hand turns loom. And with this collection of coincidences, Helaena Targaryen is possibly a dreamer. Remember how Aemond was taunted by everyone because he did not have a dragon? Guess what? He just have the biggest dragon in Westeros right now, and that is Vhagar. However, from the book, Vhagar and Aemond were both at Driftmark not because of Laena's funeral, but because of Laenor's funeral. The Lord of the Tides and his lady were still in mourning for their beloved daughter when the stranger came again to carry off their son. Sir Laenor Velaryon, husband to the Princess Rhaenyra and the putative father of her children, was slain whilst attending a fair in Spicetown, stabbed to death by his friend and companion Sir Khal Corray. The two men had been quarreling loudly before blades were drawn. Merchants at the fair told Lord Velaryon when he came to collect his son's body. Corray had fled by then, wounding several men who tried to hinder him. Some claimed a ship had been waiting for him offshore. He was never seen again. But, as we all know in this episode, Laenor is still alive. Finally, we now get to discuss the mind-blowing, genius ending of this episode. Because of Aegon's, we know. Everyone knows. Look at them. Statement, Rhaenyra is now aware that the Greens have the people's sympathies and everyone is now closing in. So Rhaenyra convinced Daemon that if they get wed, she'll have a stronger claim to the Iron Throne since both of them are Targaryens, and Daemon agrees. But both of them know that Laenor must die in order for Rhaenyra to wed her uncle. And this is where their clever plan comes in. Since Laenor gave Rhaenyra a go signal to have a new husband, Daemon plots Laenor's fake death. First, he needs Khal Corray to stage a fight with Laenor, and there must be a witness. Second, Daemon needs a corpse and dress that corpse with the clothes of Laenor and burn it and leave it at the crime scene. In the fight, they made the witness think that their fight is real. But notice that instead of Sir Khal Corray directly stabbing Laenor, they orchestrated a sword fight, pun intended. Sir Khal Corray even said that, "You have always looked down on me." Funny because this has a double meaning. Then Corlys and Rhaenys arrive at the scene knowing that the corpse is Laenor's. And they all lived happily ever after. Or at least in this episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell button for awesome updates. Thank you for watching!